Jordan and Lakin, just two guys from the sunny east coast of Australia hanging out in Philadelphia. Thank you for giving us a little bit of time today. I guess I'll start with this. This is a unique journey initially for Jordan and now a second offensive lineman making his way to have a crack for Philadelphia Eagles and get that opportunity. I start Jordan. Did you expect to have company like Lakin over you this quickly after your own journey through the IPP and obviously Stoutland University with the Eagles?
No, I didn't expect to have this kind of company right as soon as it did. I certainly didn't expect them to pick someone who looked exactly like me. They've been giving us a lot of stick inside the locker room. How we look alike.
Lakin, for yourself, how have you found these first few months, whether it's the jabs looking like Jordan 2.0 or just getting your head around this whirlwind journey from football obscurity to a bona fide NFL can?
Yeah. For me, the last few months, they've just been real busy. A lot of learning, a lot to take in. I feel like I'm just trying to be a sponge right now, just trying to take in as much as I can. There's a lot of good teammates. All the teammates are really great, but especially my O-line. They're always supporting me and trying to teach me little tips and tricks when I'm in a classroom or when I'm out on the field. So I'm just really appreciative of them.
Of those tips and tricks and lessons, what's the best piece of advice that you've got from Jordan, and did it involve dipping your toes in the water?
So
That's so dumb.
the best piece of advice he's given me so far, I think I'm still trying to pick this one up, but obviously there's a lot of great offensive linemen in the Philadelphia Eagles, and Jordan being one of them. And I think one thing that I'm trying not to do is trying to fill his shoes, you know what I mean? Because this is kind of like, I'm not Jordan, I'm not Lane Johnson, I'm not anyone else, but I'm myself. And I think I just got to make sure I'm not comparing myself to anyone else, especially on my journey, because it is a long ride and it's going to take some time. So I'm just trying to pace myself and keep taking it day by day.
Jordan, what was your first reaction when you found out that the Bulls were looking into Lakin?
I was pretty stoked. I was excited for sure. I know what this opportunity did for me, and I was excited that another brother from Australia was coming to try and do the same thing. And I was just over the moon and excited to kind of step into a big brother role and try and give back to Lakin as my veterans did when I got here. So just paying it forward.
Does it take you back a little bit? Does it kind of bit of a reality check, but is it quite alarming to yourself to realize that you're now that guy who was the young developmental prospect from the other side of the world, and now you're the one taking someone, or keeping them on your hip or taking one of your wing?
It's incredibly humbling. One, because Lakin not only looks like me, but it's a spitting image of how my development was when I came here. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's like PTSD. Watching him go through all the drills again, I was like, oh no, I know exactly what he's going through. But now that I am in the position that I am, I know what could help Lakin, and I know how to give that help on and off the field. So, just walking those steps or shoes before him, I just want him to have an easier path than I did.
Well, you guys have mentioned the similarities and people having jokes, and people are going to draw those connections between you. Both represent the Australian and the Polynesian communities out here. You come from a unique sporting background. But when you look at Lakin, is there a part of him as a player, or more importantly as a person, it's a trait that you think really puts him in good position to succeed in his journey?
I think the person that he is will put him in a good position. The player we are molding and creating right now, because he's very foreign to it. For my story, at least I came from a professional background, or semi-professional, whatever you want to call it. And I had that stint at IMG and the IPP program, and Lake didn't get to experience that. So understanding that, again, like what Lake said, just his journey is a little different than mine, and I have to understand that when we're coaching him through stuff, or when I'm teaching him stuff, that he hasn't had that background to fall back on. So we're creating this foundation right now so he can build Laken, Whakalahi.
Like, for yourself, you're no longer looking at Jordan or other veterans in terms of tape on film from far away. You're on the sidelines, you're out there with them. When you first saw him in a live snap, what came to mind? Was it what you expected, or?
Yeah, all I could think of was, wow, this dude is massive. Because usually I'm like one of the biggest guys I know. And even just coming here, not even just with Jordan, but like all the other players are just massive dudes. But the first day with Jordan, I met him, he took me out for dinner with my parents, and I just thought this guy's massive, but he's a great dude.
Who put away more food that night?
I didn't eat that much, I was too nervous. Yeah, I didn't
eat.
Yeah.
And plus it was spicy food. And I asked him when I met him, I said, hey, you want to grab some food? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, it's spicy food. Do you like spicy? He's like, oh, no. Well, says that's too damn bad. I want spicy. So he already got spicy food with his parents. And he barely ate because it was too spicy.
Yeah, and I'm picking it up. I'm trying.
Have you spent a lot of time together off the field since then? Now both being over in Philadelphia, have you had some bonding moments off the paddock?
Yeah, I'd say we did in the OTA stretch and that 5-week break that we get before training camp. We got to hang out a couple times, well, a few times actually.
Yeah.
And try and bring them along when I know that it's a big step to leave your family, and meeting his parents when I was in Australia just kind of cemented the idea that he reminds me of me, of how much family meant to him, and so I just wanted to try and be around him as much as I could.
We've just heard the word family thrown around there, quite meaningfully. It's not the first time we've heard that today as well. Saquon talked about his impressions here. It felt like family. Obviously, he's moving close to family coming back here as well. Have you felt that? Has that been something that you've encountered as part of this franchise that maybe you didn't know coming from the other side of the world to this professional NFL operation? But is there a sense of family in there?
Yeah, definitely. So we have a big list of not a massive list, but a list of core values in the Eagles. And one of them that I think like the Eagles and especially the O-line, they take really seriously is connect. And it's kind of connecting with each other. And I guess not just on like talking about football, but connecting in general, people to people. And the O-line, they're always trying to talk to each other. And we're always cracking jokes in the classroom when we're having class. And there's just a sense of family in the sense that we're trying to be friends, not just players on the same field.
How do they go with the Aussie sense of humour here? They handle it all right?
Terrible. They didn't get it. They're not ones for sarcasm. No, it's never.
With both of your journeys, the opening NFL Academy that you were prepping for there up on the Gold Coast, second one of its kind outside of the United States, Aussie positional players flooding into the league to join the punting ranks that have been there for decades now. What does it all say about Australia, the Pacific Rim, Polynesian community, the presence of that representation in the NFL going forward?
I think it's about damn time that we get some sort of spotlight down there. Obviously this is all very new for the Asia Pacific region, and it's very new for the NFL too to expand down that region of the world, because let's be honest, American football isn't well known outside of America. And the whole point of these academies and the whole point of these programs are to build the bridge to connect them to America. And I think what a wonderful world it's going to be, because there's so much talent down under. We're living proof of it. And, he's still seeing, he's got a question mark about it, isn't there? We'll see. We'll see if he turns out to be what he can be. But he's doing good. But back to the question. It's an amazing opportunity again to give our people, the Asia Pacific region people, a chance to one, create their own legacy, and two, provide for their family. What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think, Oleg?
What do you think, Lincoln?
Part of your legacy is off the field. Do some great work in the community. You also step into the music booth. Have you got the invite to step into the music booth yet?
Hell no. No. You heard this guy sing? He sings alright.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm not that good.
He's alright, but not good enough.
Not good enough. Oh man.